Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Killer Rodan. And today, as you can see, I'm still continuing a Disney movie marathon where I'll be talking about the movies, TV shows, I don't know, whatever the case may be. The merchandising, whatever. So for this time around, I'll be talking about another direct-to-video kind of a thing, I guess if you want to call it that, I suppose. So, alright. As you can guess by the title of this video, yes, it's gonna be Barbie related. I mean, they technically didn't make this, but still, she was in some of their stuff. So, Barbie Starlight Adventures. So, okay, quite obviously, as you can guess yourself, they're going for more of a sci fi kind of a look with this kind of a thing. I mean, sure, she's supposed to be like a space princess. Alright, sure. Why not, I guess. Anyway, so this one was definitely also the first Barbie film to be under the Mattel's then new division, Mattel Creations, and also to feature the Fashion Dolls brand message sequence as a part of the film's intro, and also the film was actually given a 24 limited theatrical release by Fantastic Events on June 30th. So this movie was actually given a theatrical release, though in a limited time. That was right before the fact that it was made its debut on both home video by Universal Pictures Home Entertainment on August 29th and on American television, or aka Nickelodeon, on the 2nd of November. Mattel planned its release merchandising in addition to the film as well. So yes, there was actually quite a few toys based around this kind of idea for this movie around the same time. So there you go. Oh, come on, Rogue Agent Carol Dan, you doing this again? Boys should be talking about dinosaurs on Toy Story. Oh, come on, you again? Christ, you come up every time I do this. Oh, you're annoying. Oh, what? Seriously? You have some kind of agenda against men? Is that what it is? Anyway, so like I was saying, this is the version I'm talking about, folks. And by the way, I did buy this used, so you know. So there you go. Anyway, I guess more on this in a bit, because as always, let's talk about the plot, shall we? Here we go. As mentioned before, folks, yeah, in this one, Barbie's a space princess kind of a character here. And yes, obviously, this is more like an episodic type of storytelling because, in other words, it's a standalone story. It's not connected to anything else. Which, in some ways, to some extent, I kind of don't mind it really. That's something they did way back when in the early years of the franchise. So, of course, I guess for this one, I'm going back on that, I guess. Anyway, the narration explains that there is this prophecy. Yeah, we're going on that whole prophecy thing. That's foretold that someday the stars will ease the cosmic dance and go out unless the one can start them going again and restore the order in the galaxy, as if to do something grand, of course. And yes, Barbie is just called Barbie in this one, folks, which I thought was kind of surprised there because usually, well, in some of the stories here, she's just called as a different name, but in this one, she's just Barbie, I guess. Anyway, the prophecy is also seems to be starting to get come true, and the sky is getting darker than usual. So yes, this is a thing. There's also this whole bit with this disciplined king, and yes, he's very much of a control freak. Everything must be done in his way, quite obviously, and still wants everything to be in a certain way. And despite many failures, he must be the one. But of course, he has his latest plan for proving himself and starts uniting young people to help out. So yes, of course, on a distant wildlife planet type of thing, we can see Barbie is this energetic type of individual. Of course, she might be troublesome, but obviously she does have some good heart, quite obviously. But in this one, she also has the ability to communicate with animals, and not only that, has the ability to move objects by using telekinesis powers. So yeah, she's telekinesis, if I pronounce that right, and she can communicate with animals. And yes, that does come into play at the movies. It's not just something I just mentioned in the beginning of the film. Anyway, she is afraid to accept the king's invitation, but her widow father does convince her to let's give this a shot, to give it an attempt, I guess. So yes, okay, Louise Long Beach kind of just goes over to this planet, and yes, of course, she has this kind of adventure kind of a thing. Okay, as mentioned earlier, I got this as a used copy, pretty much, and on top it says something about like a library system. So okay, and yes, this is an actual place, by the way. I didn't even know this place even existed. But no, that's no offense or anything. I just didn't know. It's supposed to be a place for employment and whatnot. It has been around for quite some time, over 19 locations, I believe. Okay, so at least something good came out of the fact I bought it used because it's actually helping their little business, of course. And also, there's also another logo here in the bottom right here, folks, where the DVD is at for the design. So yeah, this is also a place, this studio, this services, and okay, and yes, this service here is a home video kind of thing for Warner Brothers Home Video Group and Universal's Home Entertainment. The company was formed on April 23rd of 2021, so it's not that old and operated only in North American countries. So that's been around for quite some time, really. So I guess at least a portion of what I bought purchased this has helped them out, so that's something. But for this DVD here, folks, there was like maybe some bloopers, and then two Barbie Dream Utopia shorts and two music videos. So that's about it, really. So when it comes to extras, there's not a whole lot to begin with, and that's about it. It's not a whole lot, really, to think about it. But which kind of sucks because I was kind of hoping it would be a bit more than that. But it is what it is, I guess. It's not like I spent a whole lot of money to purchase this anyway. But oh well, that's fine, I guess. I'm able to see the movie. Okay, I didn't tell you what then. Stop talking about it. You saying that men can't play chess or something? Okay, I wasn't saying that. If you want to play that kind of thing, that's up to you. Then what do you want? Why you bother me for? I mean, Christ almighty. Oh, so instead, I should wear pink lipstick? Is that what you're saying? Mm, yeah. Christ, nobody cares. Anyway, what was I? Oh yeah. So in this one, of course, we're going to see Barbie herself. She's going to be this kind-hearted individual, and of course, she just wants the best for everyone. Obviously, like she would often be. And yes, like I was saying before, folks, this is not connected to any of the other movies. It's its own thing. But of course, like typical, she's going to have some friends for adventure, and that's what happens here. This is no different than that. And of course, there's going to be some people she's going to interact with, and she doesn't assume that people will be bad. Even those bad people in the world, I guess in this case, there's bad people in the galaxy, of course, and whatnot. That doesn't necessarily mean that she's going to assume that everybody is going to be awful, of course, which shows her is that she does understand. Of course, she wants to spread kindness, and that's definitely is a good trait to have. She's going to be empathetic, and this one, of course, is that kind of a thing, of course, when you think about it. And that's fine. There's nothing inherently wrong with having this kind of expression where she wants to show that she can be respectful to people, despite they may not look like she does, but still, though. And you shouldn't assume anyway when you think about it. So there was that. And going back to the whole animal thing for a brief moment here is that. And yes, there's just she actually has a pet. Of course, they actually caught the her pet popcorn. Yeah, no kidding. And they're trying to have a whole thing with that because this creature could be turned into anything once evolution is when it pops. It's the name. As in evolution, I guess. And of course, Barbie in turn would just tell her pet that she will love her animal no matter what the animal turns into. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the creature turns into. She will love the creature no matter what the creature turns into, which is, of course, awfully sweet when you think about it. Sure, that's still a thing with the character, quite obviously. So I'm glad they continued that to some extent, some kind of form, of course, obviously. What, you saying that men can't wear manly clothing and listen to the radio with manly songs? What are you talking about, mate? I was nowhere near that ballpark of whatever you're talking about. What? What? I can't read manly books. Is that what you're trying to get out here? And get my shoes shined? Yeah, let's have the windmill pink. That's what I like. Yeah, that's what I'm referring to right here. Uh huh. So you're telling me that you're gonna brainwash men into liking the femboys like you do with Air Force? Is that what you're saying? Because somehow the Barbie's the evidence. What are you talking about? Whatever Elvis does is his own time. I'm going to be around him 24/7. What are you talking about? That's his business. Christ, what's wrong with this dude? That's his business, not mine. Anyway, oh Christ Almighty, getting off track here. All right, but anyway, move on from that fiasco, whatever that was. Anywho, okay, I just want to say something real quick. I don't want to spend too much time on this as well, but boy, it's okay. Some really obvious thing I just want to point out, like really fast. Something I noticed even before I even actually watched the movie. I'm just gonna, I guess, address the elephant in the room. What does this look like to you? Oh, really? What does this look like to you? Yeah, Elsa. I'm not saying that Mattel ripped that off or anything because this movie came out 3 years after the original Frozen film, but there is a strong resemblance to this. So yeah, it just seems kind of like a weird coincidence, if you want to call that. So yeah, a lot of people have mentioned this kind of thing when you look up music for this film. Some people left YouTube comments regarding that. Yeah, I can kind of see that in some ways. It looks like Elsa. I know technically Elsa's a queen, mind you, but that's kind of a mute point there. I just thought that seems kind of strange right there. But anyway, I mean, it doesn't really negatively put me out of the movie or anything. But yeah, it's kind of weird. It's just kind of weird if you think about it. I just thought I'd just point that out real quick. But anyway, moving on from that. Oh, what? You trying to say that men shouldn't be playing Couture or anything like that and hang out with the boys? Oh, Christ almighty, go away. Stop putting words in my mouth. Get a life, Roland. Get a hobby or something. God. Oh, crazy. Okay, I guess I'll just go then and do something else. Like and just drink some beer at home and just sing songs about baseball and whatnot. Since somehow that's offensive. What, I can't play poker? Is that another thing? I can't play pool? Ugh. Anyway, well, whatever. Christ, these people. I was talking about back to this movie, of course. It's just that, yes, like I was saying, it's a space adventure type of movie where the story definitely has to deal with the cosmos, where that it has something to do with stars and how this galaxy has to be saved and whatnot. To some extent, this family and whatnot. And yes, of course, she does meet up with some friends. Like I was saying earlier, she does make friends in this one, like she often does. And yeah, it has something to do with dancing, of course, as you might obviously see here. So yeah, there's that. I can definitely say that this is definitely a space adventure film. Ultimately, I can definitely say is that. So right, another thing I want to address real quick is that yes, there was this TV show right here, Barbie, Dreamhouse Adventures, which had a few other show tie-ins along with several movies, also in that shared universe. But that's the thing, though. While those stories pretty much center around Barbie's personal life, which is fine. However, this movie just returns, like I said earlier, to the episodic storytelling as a standalone kind of a thing. So yes, is a departure from all that, even though despite the fact it was made around the same time. So I do like her outfit though, Barbie's space outfit kind of a thing. And yes, they're trying to give it like a really sci-fi-ish esque to it, of course. Yeah, but automatically it did also remind me of something else as well. I'm not saying that got that inspiration from this. I'm just saying it reminded me of something else. And yes, this kind of whole vibe here, kind of a thing. And I thought that was pretty cool. I actually like that really. This outfits that these characters wore here, these women, I mean, these space women. Oh yeah, that was cool. I actually like that. Nothing too shabby with that kind of a thing, of course. Ultimately, yes, I do like her outfit here. Of course, she's going to have some outfits in this movie. This is Barbie after all, so of course, should have some kind of wardrobes kind of stuff going on throughout the entire thing, and that's not too shabby, really. I don't mind that. Of course, it's Barbie we're talking about here. That's going to happen. It's bound to. So, of course, there's going to be mini outfits she's going to have on and whatnot. That's going to be a thing. This kind of a thing. So, there's that. All right. That aside, another thing I want to bring up is the fact I do like the animation. The animation is actually quite good here. I actually like the animation. The animation itself is actually really nice as well. It's so detailed with the art style. The art style is really nicely done. So, on a visual standpoint, the film itself is top notch. I like the visuals in here. It's really well done. You see all the colors, and it isn't doesn't come off like too in your face about it. But there's plenty of color. Not all the colors are in the right place. Nothing seemed out of place or anything like that. So the colors are nice. The artwork is nice. I like the character designs. The character designs are really nicely done as well. So there's nothing wrong with that either. So I like that. From a visual standpoint, it looks really nice. Like I said, it's top notch in that regard. As for the voice acting here, the voice acting is actually not too shabby as well. The voice acting is pretty solid throughout the entire thing. They like the voice acting in here because I can see that they were trying to give some effort into give these characters personalities. Uh, And that definitely is the thing, folks. You have to give this, of course, a chance, even if it's a kid, even though it's a doll kind of a thing. Just because it's doll inspired doesn't mean that voice acting can't be good. So the voice acting, in terms of voice acting, is quite solid. I can tell that there's actually it doesn't feel amateurish. Is what I'm saying. There's actually quite some good effort through this entire thing. It does feel like they really want to give these characters come alive, of course, to make them have an opportunity to really come to life, so to speak, of course. And I guess that's about it, really, when it comes to this movie. And ultimately, I didn't think it was too shabby. I didn't think it was too bad with what they were trying to do. I did like the this one on one. I did like what they were trying to do. Of course, the music isn't too bad. I like the music really. The music wasn't too bad as well. I like the music, the entire thing. I guess it's a princess movie, and Disney is known for doing princesses, so that's a thing I'll bring up, of course. And of course, there's gonna be some music through the entire thing, and that's fine. I guess in some kind of way, in some kind of fashion, I guess. Anywho, I'll give this film an overall rating of a 7.010 because it's a 7.010 for me. So as always, thanks for watching. See you.